Very good morning, dear students. Today we will start with our history chapter number 4 in the earliest cities. Now, here in the earliest cities, by the name cities, you are able to understand that there is a kind of arrangement where houses are built, people live together, right? So, cities, how the word cities came. To understand that, first we should see what is civilization. Now here civilization means, it's a Latin word which means that someone who lives in a town, शहर में रहने वाला. Now people are called civilized when they live in organized groups such as towns. Like we all are living in towns, so we are civilized. Now such organized groups are called civilizations. Organized group means the way of living we know, how the houses are to be built we know, how and what things to adopt we know, how the roads should be there we know. So people who are living like us, they are called civilizations. Groups living like us are civilization. Now most civilizations were developed along rivers. You can understand the reason behind developing the civilizations along with the river, because in Hindi you all know Jal hi Jeevan hai. For living, drinking, bathing, cooking, washing, everyone needs water. So human being a knowledgeable person from the beginning, always decided to live along the river so that they should not be facing the problem of water. Okay, now as you know, most of the civilizations were found near the rivers just because they provide the continuous flow of water for farming and human consumption. Human consumption in all different ways which we have discussed. Now we will start with the Indus Valley civilization. Now this Indus Valley civilization means what? Indus Valley civilization, it is almost of the area of the time period between 2500 BCE. This much old it is. That means it is almost like 3500 years ago. It is almost 3500 years ago. And what was found here? It was, see how the Indus Valley civilization was found. Earlier civilizations in Indus Valley was discovered in 1856 by a railroad crew. Now what is railroad crew? People who work for the railway. Okay. Now here the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro or Hill of the Dead, both cities shared urban design and architectural features. The 3 miles in circumference with population of 40,000. See, it was not a small town. It was a big town with the capacity of 40,000 people. And here the special thing is everything was planned like the towns and cities which we are having now. Everything was very well planned like present time. See what a good technique and what a good developmental setup 3500 years ago also. Okay. Now, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, these are the town plan. These were the two town plans which was regular. Regular means what we are using now at present. At present means after 3500 years also, the plants which we are using, the same were used in Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. Even fire-baked bricks were uniform in size and shape, means the bricks which were used for making the cities, they were uniform in size and shape. The regularity of plan and construction suggests a government with organization and bureaucratic capacity. No monumental architecture clearly marks the presence of a place or temple, palace or temple. There was no such palace, means kings, like no traces we have found, or no temples were found in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. But there is a little sign of social stratification in the plan or buildings. Social stratification means get-togethers and places where all common places where everyone came and utilized work, like. Okay. And see here, these cities, the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, these were the very carefully planned cities. See, Harappa was discovered in the year 1921, and after that there were many more cities which were excavated. Now, what is excavated? Excavated means which were found, which were searched out. Okay. Now, historians and archaeologists researched and concluded that these cities belong to a common culture. And since these cities were located in the valley of the river Indus, earlier it was also known as Sindhu, river Sindhu, which later was known as Indus, this culture began to be known as the Indus Valley Civilization. Just because it was situated beside the river Indus, we gave it name Indus Valley Civilization. Now, archaeologists and historians also refer to this civilization as the Harappan civilization. Indus Valley Civilization, why? Because it was beside the river Indus. Also known as Harappan civilization because Harappa was the first site to be excavated or found. Which was the first site which was found? It was the Harappan. So it was also known as Harappan civilization. Now, Harappa was first excavated by Rai Bahadur Dayaram Sahani in 1921. Rakhal Das Banerjee in 1922 discovered Mohenjo-daro. Now, what is the meaning of Mohenjo-daro? Mound of the Dead in Larkana district of Sindh, Pakistan. Okay. And these were the cities where in the beginning archaeologists believed that Indus Valley civilization was limited to a small area. But no, it was not a small area. It was a big area. Further excavations reveal that it was spread over large parts of present day Pakistan. Means earlier it was like undivided India, but at present most of the part is like in Pakistan, and the Indian states of Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Gujarat, and Rajasthan. Now, a number of sites have been discovered in these places also. Many sites are there in these places also. The important sites are Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, and they are often referred to as twin capitals of the civilization. As these were the two major cities or civilizations found, they are also referred to as twin capitals. Other famous sites are Chahudaro, Kotdiji and Amri, Rupar, Banawali, Alamgirpur, Kalibangan, Lothal, Rojdi, Dholavira, Rangpur and Goladharo. These all are in India. These all parts are in India. Now the town planning of that time was very unique means which we can be finding now itself. See, the planned layout was the most stunning feature of all Indus Valley cities. The cities were divided into two, sometimes more parts. It was not one part, it was divided into two or more parts. The western part built on a raised ground known as the citadel or the Acropolis, which was surrounded by high brick walls which provided protection from floods. The enclosed citadel area consisted of public buildings, religious structures, and granaries. It was probably inhabited by the ruling class comprising priests and rich merchants. Means the classifications were there at that time also. Richer, poor, and accordingly the places of their living also were decided. The eastern part, called the lower town, was larger but lower. It was larger but was lower. Now common people inhabited this part. Common people were living in this part and the streets were laid out in a grid pattern. Grid means kind of puzzle kind. The main streets and bylanes intersected each other at right angles and divided the city into rectangular boxes. You can be seeing the picture on page number 30 as well in your textbook. Okay. Now, as I told, the lower city was laid out in a grid iron with the main streets about 45 feet wide. Okay, it was not smaller roads or very congested roads. Private houses, almost everyone with its own well, bathing space and toilet consisting of a brick seat over a drainage area. See, the drainage system was also there in Harappan civilization. So how well developed human beings were even that time. Brick lined drains flushed by water carried liquid and solid waste to sumps where it was carted away, probably to fertilize nearby fields. See, in the picture you can see the great bath area provided for the bath. Now Mohenjo-daro and Harappa to the north is a citadel or raised area, and in Mohenjo-daro the citadel is built on an archaeological platform about 45 feet above the plain, as I told. Okay, and on the summit was a huge communal bath, and next to the large bath was a huge open space, a granary where food was stored from possible floods. See, so much planning they were doing, even to protect the granaries, to protect the food items which they have grown or what they have. Okay, see, the granary was normally located close to the river bank, as the farms were closely to the river. Because of water supply, availability of water, even the granaries were very close to the river banks only. Another important structure found in the citadel area at Mohenjo-daro was the assembly hall or town hall. As I said, common areas where everyone used to come together. So here assembly hall or town hall were also found. It was a large hall consisting of 20 pillars, not one or two, 20 pillars. So you can imagine, just because of 20 pillars, how big the halls would be. Those pillars of baked bricks which were arranged into 4 rows of 5 each. 4 rows of 5 each. Huge halls, big halls. Now, the city life there. See, it is assumed that a Harappan city was a very busy place. People pursued different occupations. There were jewelers, weavers, potters, toy makers, stone cutters, seal makers, masons, traders, farmers, and boat makers. People even traveled to distant lands to get precious stones, metals, and other materials. See, in cities, all the occupations were present, which are at present also we are finding. All the categories providing all the kind of services there. Now here, village life. How was the village life? Here, village people grew crops and reared animals. What the village people were doing? They were rearing animals and they were growing crops. The farmers and herders living in the villages supplied food to people living in the towns. Archaeological remains of plants show that the Harappans grew wheat, pulses, peas, barley, rice, sesame, linseed, mustard, banana, melon, and pomegranate. See, all kind of fruits also were available. A toy model of a plow which was being found indicates that people used plows to farm the land. The Harappans reared sheep, cattle, goats, and buffaloes. Farmers, they were having even the cattle. Now these animals may have been used for milk and meat, both the purposes. Like even today we are doing, using the animals for milk and meat. Their time also, for both the purposes, they would have used the animals. Coming to the next is the art and craft which was present. See, dice and small sculptures of bullock carts were probably used as toys and games, which we can see here were used as toys and games. The first known use of cotton was a fiber for weaving textiles occurred in the Indus Valley. Means wearing clothes already started from the Indus Valley civilization itself. Now pottery making had reached an advanced stage. The pottery of this culture was wheel made and adorned with a variety of natural, geometric and non-geometric motifs. Now numerous seals have been found from Harappan sites. Most of them are made of terracotta and are square or rectangular in shape. The seals usually have a short inscription accompanied by a religious character or some animal like a tiger, goat or elephant. Means it's a kind of animal. Harappans also excelled in making statues in stone, means statues made of stone. A large number of terracotta animal and human figurines have been found from all over Indus Valley. They also made terracotta toy, cards, rattles, whistles in the form of birds, dice and cakes. Harappans were also aware of metals including copper, bronze, gold and silver. Now copper and bronze were mainly used to make tools, weapons and vessels. Okay, for cooking and all, vessels were required. For making tools, these metals were required. And even the ornaments, you can see in the screen, even the ornaments were there. However, gold and silver were used to make ornaments and vessels only. Now, that time, gold and silver was used for making the ornaments and vessels. Clay spindles found during excavations indicate that yarn was spun. People wore clothes that were made of cotton and wool. The discovery of needles and buttons suggests that people stitched clothes even that time. Means whatever things we are having at present, these all are so old. So old means almost 3500 years old. People in Indus Valley civilization also used all these things. Tomorrow we will be continuing the chapter from the part trade. That's all for today. Thank you, students.